Ready and spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. Changing the way we see.
Sounds like a cool mystery file.
Nice painting. I wonder who's the woman in it. Did she do something to change the way we see?
Or maybe Hermione meant we have to look at it another way to see something differently. Nope, still looks the same.
Maybe this name will lead to something.
Now what is this? Whoa, when I turn it like this, there's a picture of a little boy.
It's so strange. And the picture looks really old-timey.
But moving it different ways changes the way we see it, just like Hermione's file label.
Oh, and there's something on the side.
What's a J.W. Hurst Daguerrean?
What's a Daguerrean?
I don't know. Sounds like something to do with, like, daggers. Daguerrean.
It's all yours.
Okay.
A DVD.
Cool.
Max Skwarna.
Huh.
Wonder what's on here. I'll tackle this one.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Yeah!
History is full of mysteries. Great at Hermione could be heard to say. You have to know what came before to navigate the world today. She was gonna write a book called Mystery Files to tell what she uncovered. But time ran out, new adventures came first, so she left her secrets undiscovered. All she left behind was a house full of clues. But Evie and Kyla have a plan. They're gonna solve each mystery file and finish what Hermione began. They'll solve the mystery files. Unravel the mystery. They'll solve the mystery files. Uploaded in history. They'll solve the mystery files.
The person who signed this is an artist named Melinda Prudhomme. I'm meeting with her in an art studio. Hopefully she can help me solve the mystery on changing the way we see.
Oh, hi, Kyla.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here.
Did you paint all of these?
I did.
They're amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, that's the same picture on my clue. So, the chapter my great aunt Hermione was gonna write about is called Changing the Way We See. Is there maybe a special way that I can look at the painting to make something else appear?
No, there's no hidden objects in my paintings. The purpose of my work is to prove that all women are beautiful. Doesn't matter how old or young they are, big or small, or what ethnicity they come from. They're all uniquely beautiful, just the way they are. How about I do a quick portrait of you?
Yeah, totally, and maybe that'll help me solve my mystery.
And how about you do a portrait of me at the same time?
Sure, it might not be the best, but I'll do it.
Awesome.
Where do you usually start when you...
I usually start by doing the head shape.
How long does it take to do one of these paintings?
Depending on the amount of detail, it could be anything from like a week to months. Some people really enjoy the process of sitting for a portrait like they did in the olden times.
I guess the only way to have a picture of yourself or your family back then was to have it painted. But if it took a lot of time to make a good portrait, it must have cost a lot of money too.
It definitely did. That's why portraiture wasn't really affordable to the everyday person.
It was mainly only rich people that had the money to pay for a portrait.
Your hair looks just right. Oh, and your beard looks so realistic. Ooh.
Lots of important people like kings, queens, popes, and presidents had official portraits of themselves painted. But for the average person, having a family memory in a painting wasn't possible.
All right, awesome job.
Now I see that it takes a really long time to get these done. Whoa! That's so awesome!
Thanks.
That came along so nice, wow. Maybe Hermione meant that artists who paint people can change the way they look or the way they see themselves.
Well, every artist does have their own unique style, so it's possible.
Hey, Evie.
Hi, Kyla.
Check this out.
Whoa, it really does look like you. Nice sketch.
I know, it was super cool having a real artist draw a picture of me.
Did you find out anything more that'll help you solve the mystery of changing the way we see?
Well, before cameras were around, you could only paint a picture. And only rich people could afford portraits. But I'm still not sure what Hermione's mystery file is about. Anything on that weird picture clue?
Well, I looked at the word written on it. Daguerrean. It turns out there's such thing as a Daguerrean artist. I'm actually about to meet one right now. I hope he doesn't use daggers, because I forgot to bring my dagger-proof vest.
Didn't your dad shrink it in the dryer?
Haha, very funny, Kyla.
See ya. Thanks again, Melinda. And I will try to finish my portrait once we've solved our mystery.
And while you're solving that mystery, I'm gonna be working on your portrait and I'll send it to you when I'm done.
Awesome, thank you. See ya.
My pleasure, bye.
I'm about to meet Mike Robinson. He's a Daguerrean artist, and it sounds kind of scary, but he was super nice on the phone, so fingers crossed.
Oh, hi, Evie.
Mike.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
You
you.
too.
Oh, okay, I was a bit nervous that you're gonna be like a dagger thrower or something.
No.
So why is it called that, Daguerrean?
Well, a Daguerrean artist is the one who practices the daguerreotype process. It's named after the inventor, Louis-Jacques Mandé Daguerre. So these are my daguerreotypes here. I make them. These are some landscape views and some still lives and some portraits. These are 170 years old, and they still have the presence
No way.
and the likeness of the people that sat.
Well, yeah, this looks just like this. It's surprisingly very clear to see.
I'm going all the way to France for this one.
Hello, je m'appelle Louis-Jacques Mandé Daguerre, but everyone knows me simply as Daguerre.
Before Daguerre, other photographers weren't as successful. These are the very first pictures. It took 8 hours to take this one. Not very user-friendly.
So, in 1839, I invented something much better. The daguerreotype.
Before that, if you wanted a portrait, you had to paint it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, for the first time in history, photography has made the likeness available to the masses.
So, this daguerreotype was in a file labeled Changing the Way We See. Do these photos change the way we see somehow?
I'm not sure what your aunt was meaning by that, but they're fun to make. You want to make one?
No way.
Come on. So this is my studio where we'll take the picture, but it all starts with a silver plate.
Wait, this is silver?
Yeah. Whoa. But it's not ready yet. We have to go into the darkroom and prepare it to receive your image. So this is the first step of the process. This is my polishing support stand, and this is where we have to make the plate perfectly shiny.
Polishing was only the beginning. After that, Mike put the plate into some chemicals that made it sensitive to light so that it could be exposed in the camera.
Hey, Kyla, guess what? I'm gonna take a picture like the famous Daguerre, because that's what a Daguerrean artist does.
Cool. And you didn't get pelted with daggers. Bonus. I looked up Daguerrean too, and I landed on lots of interesting stuff. I discovered that the Daguerre way of making pictures was the first really successful kind of photography. Photo studios started popping up all over the place. It was still a bit expensive and could cost about $5 to get your picture taken, which was about a week's salary back in 1840. But it was a lot cheaper than having your portrait painted. So now, regular people could see pictures of themselves and their family the way they actually looked in real life. I look so real! And check out the first daguerreotype self-portrait that Daguerre took of himself. This might have been one of the first selfies in history.
Maybe that's what Hermione meant by changing the way we see. At first, people could only see themselves in paintings, but with photographs, people could see what they really look like.
You could be onto something, but I feel like there's gotta be more. I also still have the third clue to check out.
Oh, okay. Mike's back. Gotta go.
See ya.
Okay, got the plate ready?
Oh, great.
Kindly take a seat.
Okay. But before I sit down, can I ask, what is this thing for?
This is to help you hold still,
Okay.
because the exposure time is going to be about 25 seconds.
So you have to sit extremely still.
Very still. Otherwise, you'd be a blurry photograph. This looks great. Imagine you're looking 170 years into the future. So I'm going to cover the lens. I'm going to place the plate in the camera. And when you're ready, it'll be 25 seconds.
Okay, I'm ready.
And here we go. 1, 2, 10, 15, 25. And voila.
Your turn to sit in the chair and I'll take the picture.
Sorry, it doesn't work that way. It's only good for one shot.
Oh.
I'm just going to develop it. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, alrighty.
Hey, Evie.
You wouldn't believe how long it takes to take a photo like they did in the 1840s. And you could only take one at a time.
I guess they had to be patient, but it was still faster than having an artist paint your portrait.
True, but in the time that me and Mike took the photo, I could have taken 20 selfies and shared it with 100 friends in 20 seconds.
Yeah, but listen, I checked out the DVD clue. And now I'm really not sure what Hermione was gonna write about in her book. The DVD has pictures of birds and buildings and people.
Way to throw us off track, Hermione.
She obviously had her reasons.
I'll look into the name written on the DVD.
Hey, Evie. Come and help me finish the picture.
Sweet.
So the plate's been developed. This next step is called fixing the image. So pour it on the plate.
We used other chemicals to make the picture permanent and to brighten it up. An alcohol flame makes it develop faster and more evenly. Then rinse, dry the plate, and voila! That is so cool. Oh, it's so clear. That's me. I look like I'm from the 1840s. And it's done now?
Well, we just have to put it behind glass so it won't tarnish.
Mike told me that about 115 years ago, a different kind of process and different cameras were invented. It meant that people could take pictures a lot faster. And they didn't have to do all the work themselves to get the pictures printed out. Regular people could now buy cameras and take pictures of everything from their family, to their dog, to their neighborhood streets.
There you are, Evie, all sealed behind glass and safe.
No way. It makes me feel like I'm in the 1800s and that I'm looking into the future. But when newer cameras came out, did anything else change?
Well, yes, with the changing photographic technologies, the camera left the studio. Here's an example. Lewis Hine, before the First World War, here's a picture of him with his handheld camera.
Lewis Hine was a teacher who became a photographer because he wanted to show the world how bad some kids had it. Just over 100 years ago, kids as young as 5 years old were working dangerous jobs like in coal mines and factories. Lewis Hine thought that if people could see pictures of this, they'd demand to have laws against child labor. And it worked. His pictures of working kids helped change laws.
Thank you so much. You've been a huge help in solving this mystery.
My pleasure.
Hey, Evie.
Hey, Kyla. Oh, I got a really cool picture.
Picture of myself. Well, I really want to share with all my friends. But to do that, I'm gonna have to take a picture of a picture to send it online.
That's true. I wonder if
Sharing pictures has something to do with our mystery.
Could be.
Well, I sent a message to Max, the guy who took all the pictures in the CD, and he does photography workshops, so he told me to bring my camera and tag along.
Cool. Let me know what you get.
Later.
Go down low and shoot me up.
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. Hi. My name's Kyla.
I'm Max. How are
nice
ya?
to meet you.
Gabby.
Gabby. Risty. Leo.
JD and just kidding. I mean TNT.
Nice to meet you. Daniel. Cool. So my great aunt Hermione put this in a file called Changing the Way We See. Do you maybe know why she had put it in there?
She was probably attended one of my workshops, and I used to hand out CDs with my images.
Cool.
I'm going to be starting a workshop pretty soon with all these guys. Would you like to join in?
Yeah, sure.
Your cameras have fantastic adjustments, and you can all take great pictures. In fact, I just got back from Algonquin Park. I had all my camera equipment in my car, and you know what I used?
What?
My cell phone.
You have like the biggest lens I've ever seen.
I shoot a lot of birds with it. When I say shoot a lot of birds, I photograph a lot of birds.
Not shoot a lot of birds.
No, I don't shoot birds. I love all birds and animals, and I can get close to them with this camera. I also have a photography website, and I'd like to start a kids' photography website, but I'm looking for some subjects, some really good subjects with kids. Do you know of any? Okay.
Smile. My turn. Okay. I really like sharing photos because I really like to hear and see their reactions to like what I've shown them. This is you laughing.
Guys! Good.
Well, I like sharing my photographs for more people to enjoy, not just one person, right?
I mostly share it with my relatives and really close friends to show them, how a nice time I'm having. Since most of my relatives don't live in Canada, so then I like to show them that I'm having a wonderful time and wishing that they can be there with me.
So you guys can stay connected.
Yes.
And tell her to smile. There we go.
Did you always use this kind of camera?
No, I started off with a Brownie Hawkeye. Then I went to a Hasselblad film camera. It used to take a lot of time to develop. Our black and whites we had to develop, dry them, print them, make contact sheets, then dry the paper. Very, very time consuming.
How did you share your pictures with people?
We used to make up wedding albums, bar mitzvah albums, all types of different types of anniversary albums, and give it to them as an album. It's a lot easier now because I can put them on the website, give the person a password, and they look at their pictures almost within 15 minutes after I take them.
And even if I don't have a fancy camera like yours, I can always just whip out my phone and take pics on the go.
Isn't that great?
Selfie! So when Hermione wrote changing the way we see, could she have meant how modern day cameras change the way we see? Like nowadays, we can see our pics right away, and it's a lot faster than it was before.
Yes, Kyla, you're absolutely right. It is faster, but one of the most important things for me is sharing my pictures and showing how the world actually changes. I go back to the same places, and they're completely different, and in many cases, in a negative way. What I would like to show you was loading up, there's certain birds that are disappearing. They're grassland birds. And because less and less, the grasslands around Ontario are disappearing because of development, they're disappearing because of farmland, and the birds that are disappearing, they have nowhere to go, and it's kind of sad.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
Like, all they want to do is live, but there's no place for them to go in.
Yeah, I agree. It's heartbreaking.
It's better to, show people, take photos first of animals, birds, really anything you can find that's, going in danger, and show people that it's a big deal and that it's happening somewhere, and it should be our main concern.
You want your kids to see what was there before and what happened to it, so you can have a memory of what happened and how beautiful it was.
Okay, guys, we're ready to do some nature photography, and I see some wild ducks there. What do you say we go over there and photograph them?
Yeah!
Let's go.
Thanks, Max. You were really helpful. And thanks, guys. Bye. Bye. I think I got a pretty good idea on this mystery. Sorry. Hey, Evie, I think I solved the mystery.
Okay, but hang on. I found this amazing picture. I just posted it and already got 45 likes. Check it out.
It's a picture of Earth taken by astronauts almost 50 years ago. It's one of the most famous pictures of all time and was shared all over the world. It became a symbol of protecting the environment because it reminds us Earth is fragile and we have to protect it.
Wow, that really is an amazing picture. And I think it helps solve our mystery, too. See you back at the house.
All right, see you soon. Oh, hey, Kyla. This came for you.
Whoa! That looks
looks just like you. I love the way the hair...
Yeah, she did it perfectly.
That's so realistic.
You know, used to be the only way people could see pictures of themselves or their family members was to have their portrait painted.
Then the daguerreotype was the first time people could see themselves the way they looked in real life. That was a huge change. When technology advanced, people could take their cameras all over the place. Some people used their photos to show everyone some pretty bad things that were going on in the world. They even helped change laws.
The photos on the DVD were confusing at first, but Max helped me figure out that when we share photos of nature with people, it reminds us that we need to protect animals and the places they live.
Yeah, just like how that photo of Earth reminded people to protect the planet. I see where this is going.
What Hermione meant was that taking and sharing pictures is changing the way we see the world and ourselves.
Yeah, mystery solved.
And check out all the cool pictures we took at the park today.
Oh, nice. Oh, lots of ducks. More ducks.
Hey, what are those pictures doing here?
Oh, I was just passing the time, you know, looking up some important pictures.
I guess some pictures don't exactly change the world.
But they can make it a lot more fun.
True.
I mean, I have like a ton more of these if you want to look at some.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Oh, this one's a cute little dog. Aww.
Mystery solved! Posting to the Mystery Files website.